Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. And this is a legacy sequel of the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, and Eddie Murphy is back as Axel Foley, and he's caught up in a big case out in Beverly Hills because his estranged daughter, played by Taylor Page, is defending an accused cop killer, and there's a whole bunch of dirty shenanigans going on. Judge Reinhold's Billy Rosewood goes missing, and John Ashton's now Chief John Taggart really isn't doing much to help. And you see Foley teaming up with his daughter and a detective, Bobby Abbott, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. This film was directed by Mark Malloy, who mostly has just done commercials, and takes the reins of this legacy sequel. And from a directing standpoint, I think the chase sequences in this film were a lot of fun. There's a couple of fun setups, unorthodox vehicles, as you can say, from like a snowplow to one of those like meter carts and stuff like that. The shootouts aren't the most impressive. In general, I think this film, from a filmmaking standpoint, lacks a bit of voice, a bit of personality. It's kind of just bland, but what brings it some energy and some nostalgia are those needle drops, which, boy, do you get the Neutron Dance, get some Bob Seger, and obviously the Axel F theme song, and those kicking in brings back some of that personality without being too on the nose about trying to be nostalgic, but, you know, it helps create that environment. I think Eddie Murphy jumps right back into the saddle with this, and he is fantastic yet again as Axel Foley. He is sharp, he is funny, he honestly carries a bit of a lackluster film to being legitimately entertaining, because he's Eddie Murphy, and he can make it entertaining. And he shows it here. This is the kind of role where he can be smart alecky. He could throw some barbs out there. But he is getting older, and they do make references to that, and there's a couple of fun gags related to that. I think my biggest issue with this film is that it reeks of legacy sequelitis, where it's just like, it hits all the things on that checklist for legacy sequels. And, you know, you have the young, new person you're teaming up with, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You bring back some characters, even though they're probably a little too old to be doing what they're doing. Taggart has some moments where you're just like, should you be doing this? Judge Reinhold's interesting in this. And you even have like Bronson Pincott, who plays Serge, popping back up again in this. Probably the character that I feel like brings the most is Deputy Chief Jeffrey. Paul Reiser is a lot of fun still. And this film not only really suffers from a lack of personality from a filmmaking standpoint, and from this checking boxes of legacy sequelitis, is the fact that it deals with a lot of tropes, and very tired ones, and doesn't really do much to bring some fresh perspectives to it. I think the, hey, we're all getting older kind of thing, there's some funny moments with it. But the whole dynamic between Axel and his daughter Jane feels all so familiar from so many movies, but, you know, Taylor Page does her best. I think Kevin Bacon's character, Captain Cade Grant, the second this man shows up on screen, you're just like, I wonder what he's going to be doing in this story, and you're not going to be surprised when it's not good. And that's the kind of thing, it deals with some really predictable elements to it, tired tropes, those kinds of things. But at the end of the day, it's still an entertaining and fun ride, and a big part of that's Eddie Murphy. That goes a long way with this film, and in the end, you might have some fun with it. But those are my thoughts on Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.